James Comey admitted the one thing that proved the Russian collusion is a hoax. The deep state got some more bad news. The Russian collusion story is being exposed for the hoax that it is. And a secret closed door testimony by James Comey just drove the final nail in its coffin. The collusion narrative gained steam last February when former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn resigned after it was alleged that he lied to the vice president about his December conversation with the Russian ambassador. Obama holdover and acting Attorney General Sally Yates thought Flynn was compromised and subject to blackmail, as well as criminally liable under the flimsy theory that he violated the Logan Act, legislation passed over 200 years ago that prevents private citizens from communicating with foreign governments but has never yielded one conviction. So how come John Kerry isn't under investigation? And how about Barack Obama under the Logan Act, right? Why does it only work one-sidedly? Former Obama officials pushed the ridiculous story that there was something illegal or even treasonous about the incoming National Security Advisor speaking with a foreign counterpart. Yates had Flynn interviewed by the FBI, but that interview sat dormant for months. It was only months later that Bob Mueller, who completely struck out on finding any evidence of collusion and was desperate for a conviction to prove he was still in the game, reached a guilty plea with Flynn over one count of lying to the FBI about his conversation with the Russian ambassador. But Byron York writes in the Washington Examiner that when Comey was still FBI director, he testified to Congress that the agents who conducted the interview did not believe Flynn lied. He wrote, there were widespread reports that Flynn had lied to the Vice President Mike Pence about telephone conversations that he, Flynn, had with Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak during the transition in late December of 2016. On January 24, 2017, two of Comey's FBI agents went to the White House to question Flynn, and there was a lot of speculation later that Flynn lied in that interview, which would be a serious crime. The January 24th interview potentially put Flynn in legal jeopardy. The Washington Post reported in February lying to the FBI is a felony offense. So how come Hillary isn't arrested? There was also a lot of concern in Congress, at least among Republicans, about the leak of the wiretap Flynn-Kislyak conversation. Such intelligence is classified at the highest levels of secrecy, yet someone, Republicans suspected Obama appointees in the Justice Department and intelligence community, revealed it to the press. So in March, lawmakers wanted Comey to tell them what was up, and what they heard from the director did not match what they were hearing in the media. According to the two sources familiar with the meeting, Comey told lawmakers that the FBI agents who interviewed Flynn did not believe that Flynn had lied to them, or that any inaccuracies in his answers were intentional. As a result, some of those in attendance came away with the impression that Flynn would not be charged with a crime pertaining to the January 24th interview. This proves Mueller is nothing but a vindictive anti-Trump zealot. There was nothing wrong with Flynn speaking to the Russian ambassador, and even James Comey, who participated in a scheme to spy on the Trump campaign, wasn't going to pursue charges against Flynn. Mueller charged Flynn because he needed to breathe life into his investigation. Flynn's conversations with the ambassador were during the transition. That Mueller focused on these conversations and that Comey admitted the FBI didn't think Flynn lied shows A, Mueller was desperate for a conviction to prove his investigation needed to continue, and B, he completely whiffed on finding any evidence of collusion during the election. Unbelievable. I mean, it is unbelievable. That's it. Basically, they're corrupt, and Comey admitted that it wasn't considered lying, and yet Mueller persisted. You wonder why. You wonder why, trying to steal from the American people. You know what I'm trying to say? That's how he earns his living, by robbing the American taxpayer. That's what if he doesn't come up with something, I say that the American people should sue Mueller for the money that he unlawfully pursued this kind of an investigation. That's what I say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.